What would you do with £100 per month or $100 per month? What would you do to use it to generate passive income? Where would you put that money into? Guys, so I recently made a video on how to make passive income, an honest guide. And that video proved to be popular. After making that video, someone messaged me privately and said, Ken, imagine you've only got £100 per month. That is all you've got. And you wanted to use that money, that bit of savings, to make passive income. What would you do exactly? And I thought, you know what? £100 is such a relatable amount. It could be $100. Many people can relate to that amount. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to make a video today just sharing exactly what I would do if I was in those shoes. Okay? If you're loving the vibes from this video, hit the like button and give me a response. Give me a signal that you are enjoying this particular topic. Okay? Now, I want to be super practical with this video. I haven't really thought about a plan or anything. I just want to say things as they come to me so that way you get the best value from me. Okay? All right, let's jump in. So the very first thing I would do, and this is quite a challenging one, but here's what I would do, is that I would invest £100 per month in high dividend yield stocks. Okay? All right, let me unpack what I mean here. You all know, obviously, if you've been watching our investing playlist, you know that you can invest in different kinds of investments, some of which are dividend earning stocks that actually prioritize paying you a dividend. In fact, if you've never checked them out before, head on to Google and Google dividend aristocrats. Okay, these are stocks in America that have been known for years and years and years to consistently pay out a decent dividend. So you can actually invest in those companies with the view of actually generating an ongoing dividend. Or you can even buy an ETF related to those dividend aristocrats, okay? There's a whole list of them. Again, I'll put a link to them below so that you can go ahead and check some of those out. £100 per month is £1,200 per year that I'm consistently investing into something. So for me, I would literally go on Google and search high dividend yield stocks. And now I'm going to mention some companies now based on my research here on my phone, just searching on my phone. And these are not recommendations to you. This is just for me to illustrate the point that I'm making. I'll be aiming for, companies that are paying out a dividend yield of between 5 and 10%. Now, aiming for a high dividend yield is never really just a thing to aim for. But if you're someone who's looking for high returns, then you want really a decent dividend yield. And I'd be looking at something in the region of around 7%. So I'm looking here on the list that I've looked at. Simply type it into Google, something from CMC Markets came up. And here I can see a company called Persimmon, with a ticker code PSN, not a recommendation to you. Persimmon's a British house building company with headquarters in York, blah, blah, blah. And they're paying a dividend yield of 8.35%. Again, I'm looking at another one, Phoenix Group Holdings Limited. And it says here that Phoenix Group Holdings is one of the largest insurance providers in the UK. The company specializes in acquisitions and management of life insurance and pension funds. Then it says here they've got a dividend yield of 7.48%. And that list carries on. You can Google this yourself and kind of look and research these companies yourself. But what I really want to do with this segment is actually to make the point. So let's assume that I took my £100 per month and I invested it. And as an investor, I think long term, I'm investing my money. Obviously, there's inflation to think about and that sort of stuff. But let's just keep it super simple that I'm earning a return from dividends, specifically, of 7% per year on average. Now, if I took my £1,200 and I invested it, earning, say, quarterly dividends, illustration, by the way, this is just estimates, you would see that every year I'd be earning different amounts of dividends, assuming that the amounts that I'm putting in compound every year. But what's very interesting though, is if you let that £100 per month remain invested and over a decade and beyond. If you look at year number 10 on what I just shared up on the screen for you guys, you start to see that in the column where it says interest, which is essentially your returns that you're getting from this calculator, you can see that I'm making over £1,000 per year by still investing £100 per month into a collection of high dividend stocks paying me an average dividend yield of 7% in this illustration specifically. Which is not bad, is it? When you think about it, you're investing £100 per month. As the compounding builds up over time, after 10 years, you're making more than £1,000 a year of passive income from investing your money. So spend some time actually researching these high dividend yield companies, these stocks that you can put your money into. But like all things we should say on this channel, please do your research, do your homework. Don't just jump into a company and start to invest in it just because it's got a high dividend yield. I want to mention straight up that dividend yields do change for companies. A few years they might look amazing and suddenly something happens and they cut that dividend yield. We've seen that even with the pandemic. We've done videos to help you analyze a stock, which I'll link to below in the bar for you to go and check out. We've made a specific video on how to do dividend income investing. Again, I'll link to that video below and above for you to head over and check that video out. And then final point is to mention again those dividend aristocrats, okay? They've been known to consistently pay dividends, some of them even for decades. So you want to definitely make sure you type into Google dividend aristocrats or dividend aristocrats UK so you get an equivalent for the UK, and definitely include them in your research when it comes to investing in high dividend yield stocks. All right, so the next thing I would do, given I've only got £100 per month, right, is just thinking about it, is I would probably invest that money into a tool or a resource or a program that pays me affiliate commissions for referrals. Okay, let me elaborate. Okay, I've got a particularly unique perspective on this because we're in this space where we are creating stuff, we're suggesting various tools to people and things like that to use. And we also are using various tools and paying for various programs and resources that we use for our own personal growth and development. It's been very interesting actually seeing what happens when you do that. Okay, you actually get rewarded economically if you promote something that you actually find useful and love, to other people. By them purchasing that thing, generate a commission for doing it. So I want to give some really practical examples, just kind of illustrate the point, okay? And the very first one I want to use as an illustration is that we promote a hosting provider here on our channel, or even on our blog, even more specifically, for people who want to set up blogs or start their own websites and stuff like that. We, for example, by promoting that, generate a commission of around $90 per time. Each time that we say, hey, feel free to please use our links, complete transparency, they use that link and we generate around $90 each time. And each month, being super transparent with you guys, this amount actually adds up. You might not think it's very much. You're like, yeah, $90. But the thing is, that amount just comes in from strangers, like people all over the internet, like people just like browsing our stuff and who might like what we do. We use a tool for our email marketing. And that particular tool is one that pays you a recurring commission every month. I think we generate something like $7.85. I can't remember the amount per month, something like that. That particular tool we use, we pay for it on a monthly basis. We use it, and so therefore we love using it. And if there are entrepreneurs or people like that who are starting businesses who are looking for similar tools, we can recommend it to them. If you want to learn what I'm talking about, it's a tool called ConvertKit. I'll link to it below and above. Feel free to go and check it out. But do know that that link is actually a referral link, so being completely transparent. Now, let me explain it from the other end. We run a platform, our sister brand called Financial Joy Academy. And there are people in Financial Joy Academy because they just love it. They just love being in there. Some of them have been there for more than 2 years. And they really, really enjoy it. Even people who've joined and in a few months and really enjoying it say to us, hey, I really love this. I want to talk to my friends or family about it and stuff like that. And we thought, well, actually, why don't we reward people? Why don't we just help people out when they recommend our products to them? Why don't we just do something that means that they get a benefit from actually doing that and get paid as well? So we created our own program where we reward people. We literally pay, and you will not believe it, we literally pay 25% of every pound that comes into our world. We'll give it to people who actually mention us to other people per month, every single month. And I'll put up on the screen an example for you guys to see of a recent one. We paid out £47 to a particular individual who referred, our sister brand, Financial Joy Academy, to somebody else, and that person purchased the program for a whole year. And that commission will be recurring every single month. You've got £100 per month is, as another alternative, is to think, well, actually, what products do I use and love? Yeah, start there and actually just go and check on their website. Go to the website, scroll right down to the very bottom. If they've got an affiliate scheme, you would see it written there, a link for you to go and learn about the affiliate program for that particular product or service that you use. And there's no better person to promote that product than you, because you actually use it and you like it or you love using that particular product. So that would be where I would start. Or you can join things called affiliate marketing networks. There are many of them. There's Awin, CJ.com and various things like that. You can actually join those and see what various programs exist for which they pay a commission if you refer them to friends or families or your audience, you've got community and stuff like that. Either way, the point remains, £100 per month goes a very long way, and I'd spend it personally on anything that means that I'm able to effectively market a product or service that I truly like or that I love. And by doing that, I might receive a one-off commission or a recurring commission on a monthly basis. Okay, at this point of this video, I want to ask you guys, like, what would you do with £100 per month or $100 per month? What would you do to use it to generate passive income? Where would you put that money into exactly? I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. If you're really enjoying today's video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button, because that really just helps to see our channel grow, reach much more people, and have even more impact through this channel. Now, the third thing I would do, and this is slightly random, again, I'd always lean on my strengths and things that I've had real life experience of. And the third thing I would do with £100 per month is I will go and do something called keyword research to find out what people are searching for in a particular niche, okay? And for that particular niche, it could be, I don't know, healthy living or food or finance or whatever you're actually interested in. For that particular niche, I will find that thing that people are really, really searching for. And once I've found it, I will create a digital product in that particular space with £100 per month. This is exactly what I would do. I'd either create an ebook, or I might create a short course or a short cohort-based course. Imagine as someone who is very good at video editing. What I would do in that particular niche after doing my research to see whether people are searching for particular keywords, I might notice that people are searching for how to do video editing on your phone, okay? What I would do is literally go away and create either an ebook. This is after doing my research on, that sort of stuff on demand and so on. I'd create either an ebook or a really short course to help people actually start to do editing on their phones, on a really decent smartphone. And I'd look to actually sell that particular course either on my own website or on other websites like Udemy and so on, where I can have a revenue share each time somebody came across my course and actually purchased it. What I'm really saying here is you want to focus that £100 per month in something that ticks at least 2 of 3 boxes. One, it's something you're passionate about or have an interest in. So it doesn't have to be like, I'm super passionate. No, it just has to be something you've got an interest in. 2, it's something you've got a skill for or something you're talented in. And 3, is something that is in demand. You've done some research, done your keyword research. You found out that people are genuinely interested in this stuff, and you think you can bring through your skills, bring something unique to that particular area. From doing that piece of research, you can then go about and use your £100 per month to invest in things like Canva Pro, for example, or just Canva more generally as a free version for you to use to create graphics. You might invest in various bits of equipment that you might be able to use to put towards perhaps marketing that product, or even building your own platform, like your own website or your own blog, or anything that means that you are able to start to then promote that particular item for yourself. But I've got to say, £100 per month to earn passive income is a real challenge. But what I hope you've taken away from this video is that it's actually possible, but what you do require is a fair bit more creativity. Passive income is not 100% passive in most cases. You still need to put in ongoing work. Because I'll have the people who say to me, oh no, Ken, it's not 100% passive. Yes, I know that. You still need to put ongoing work to maintain and to promote that particular thing. But in my case, for most of the examples I've mentioned today, you will definitely have instances where you have 100% passive income from the efforts that you had put into doing something previously in order to then generate that income on an ongoing basis. Guys, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. Jump in there and share with me what you would actually do with £100 or $100 per month. What would you do with it to generate passive income? Even if the ideas you share are quite similar to mine, I'd actually love to hear from you in the comments. Thanks again for watching today's video, guys, and as ever, in all things, be thankful and seek joy. Take care, people, and bye for now.